Welcome back to TaraChessAcademy. I hope you're all doing well. In this video, we're going to take a look at a position from the 12th game of the World Chess Championship.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
Yeah, for today we prepared a final position from the game between LIREN and Jan Nepomniachtchi. As Tara said before, it's game number 12. Very dramatic game, I would say. So before this position, Jan Nepomniachtchi had a huge advantage, but something went wrong. So finally, position came here. Probably White has some advantage, but of course, this position is not winning. And the next move that Black made is f5. So pawn f5. Maybe Black has a plan to like capture the pawn, try to improve attack for the king. Yeah. Of course, we should pay attention to the queen, which is on the same diagonal with the black king. Yeah. If you think about some discovered checks immediately, black has e5. Yeah. So after e5, I think that white is in trouble. Like two defenders, two attackers for the pawn, so it doesn't make any sense for white to sacrifice the rook. Yeah. And I think that would be kind of like hard to make problems for the black king. Yeah, but most of the black pieces are looking at the white's king side, so yeah. Okay, so if we can't play d5 immediately, Tara, what else can we do after f5? Maybe we still can improve our attack?
Well, if we're looking to improve our attack, you might be thinking for checks or threats or captures. So you might have ideas like rook captures e6 or queen to b4 with the idea of getting closer to that enemy king. But the only real idea that the only best idea I can find in all of these ideas that I talked about is rook captures e6 because now we have the plan of moving the pawn to d4, and if the bishop blocks the check, we have two pieces attacking that square, so we can capture it. If the knight captures us back, we'll be able to capture back with our queen. So now d5 is even stronger because we removed that pawn. So it's going to be a very strong threat.
Yeah, of course. Without the pawn on e6, d5 becomes like a nightmare for black, probably. Especially, I want to say several words about this knight on h5. Yeah, usually, like, there is a rule that you should move your pieces, like, especially knights to the center. But as you know, in chess, there are like million exceptions to the rules. And I think, like, I would not change position of this knight on h5 to any, like, square in the center. Yeah. So this diagonal looks weak, and knight helps us a lot after like discover check. Yeah, pawn d5. We have some threats like mate on g7. The knight also attacks f6, so it's hard for black to block this check. And of course, after rook takes e6, it's really hard to give a good advice to black. So Jan Nepomniachtchi decided to capture the knight. Yeah, so he like lost an exchange. So this knight on h5, kind of like a strong attacking piece in white's position. So the pawn takes, queen takes. As you can see, situation has changed. Now black doesn't have like it's not possible to create any problems to the white king. So h3 is well defended. I don't see what we can do with the knight. Yes, so this bishop is blocked with the pawn, but maybe even controlling this diagonal will not give any big advantage for black. Yeah, and if you compare this position of the kings, yeah, you can see that the black king is in trouble. So, Tara, how would you continue playing this position for white? What would you do?
Well, perhaps we could move the pawn to d5 and give a check because that was our plan from the start, and now we're able to execute the plan, so why not? Let's play pawn to d5.
Yeah, so I think that what happens if black tries to move one of the pieces to e5, yeah? I think we can just probably capture. Yeah, and after king g8, I think, okay, what if we even like try to win the black queen? So I think it's time to use the rook in the game. Yeah, so would it be enough to play bishop f3? Yeah, check. Attacking the queen. So, I mean, if king goes to f7, then very nice mate. Yeah. Queen g6. Okay, I think we can just capture. Yes, so of course it's an absolutely winning position. So after the pawn got to d5, black played king g8. Yeah, and d6 was played, the last move, after which black resigned. So I think like it's not possible to hold this position anymore. Maybe later white has a plan to play bishop d5, yeah, and some ideas of like double checks or discovered checks. Maybe even playing like d7 rook 8 is still possible, but I think that maybe it would be much stronger, like to use this diagonal for the light square bishop. So of course, for the top level chess players, it's clear that probably you don't have to fight anymore in this position.
Yeah, White's position looks so dominating. They're planning to move the rook to e8, the bishop to f3, maybe later on. And then the rook will enter in the attack, and then the queen and the rook will be aiming at g7, along with, in addition to the rook and also the pawn that might be able to promote. So black's position will just completely fall down, and white will get a very dominating position, a crushing position. So it looks everything looks great for white, and I don't see how black can survive here. Their position is really bad.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video to others. I'll see you on my next video. Bye!
Bye.